In this lesson, I will show you how to use Sketchbook Pro's Symmetryx tool. Drawing in Symmetry allows you to create mirror images by only drawing one side along an embedded axis. First, let's use our Move and Zoom tool and zoom out so we can see most of the canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and take my cursor and go to the Interface Lagoon, Toolbox, Move and Zoom, and by zooming out on our canvas, it will allow us to see the center line of the axis as we draw. Let's go ahead and move our cursor up to Image on the main menu bar, press down. Let's go ahead and drag all the way down to the bottom where you see both the Symmetry X and Y tools. Let's go ahead and select our Symmetry X tool, go ahead and lift up, and you'll see the center line going through the middle of your canvas. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a fish. And what we'd like you to do is to only draw above that symmetry line. So what we're first going to do is select a drawing tool. Let's go ahead and click on our toolbox. Select a pencil. Let's go ahead and double tap on that. A 2B pencil, size 3 looks pretty good. Let's move that over to the side. We can turn off our resize brush tool. And let's go ahead and start on the left-hand side of the page. And we'll mark right above the line. And we're going to go ahead and draw a curved line. Now you can see what's happening. See, there's like a symmetrical mirrored image of what we're drawing. And then we're going to decelerate down, make a stop. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and freehand the tail. And don't worry about it meeting because it will meet automatically. The next thing we're going to do is while we're still in symmetrical mode, we're going to go ahead and draw the gill. And we can lengthen that later. Let's go ahead and draw some scales. Now you can draw the scales both ways. You can start from the middle, or you can start out. Then we're going to draw 2 more sets. And you can start to see the outline of the fish and you start to see some details. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and locate the mouth. And then what we're going to do is draw some details or some texture along the back of the tail. And we're going to go ahead and draw these lines so that they converge. Next, what I'd like to do is to go ahead and deselect our Symmetry tool by going back to the main menu bar. And you see where it's checked? Go ahead and click on that once. And that'll allow us to move out of Symmetry mode, which will now give us the freedom to draw some of the unsymmetrical details, such as the fin and the flippers. We'll add one more in the back to give him a little more depth. And then what we're going to do is draw an eye. And we'll lengthen his gill. Next we'll do is go ahead and take our hard eraser and erase out some of the lines that we don't want. Go ahead and reselect our pencil. Add some texture to his flippers and also to the fin. Now notice what I'm doing with the lines. They're not just lines, but lines of character. And what I do is I try to have some sort of dynamic that's going on to give it some texture and to give it some excitement. And I'll go ahead and erase out the mouth and give him some lips. Now the last thing that we want to do with the sketch is we want to go ahead and make the drawing pop off the page. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and select a bolder drawing tool. So we're going to go back to our toolbox and select our marker. Okay, let's go ahead and double click on that to take a look at our brush properties. And it looks like a good size marker. It's a size 8. It's got a 90-degree slant, so it's going to stand straight up and down for us. Let's go ahead and save that. Now that I'm still in the non-symmetrical mode, let's go ahead and heavy up the outline around the fin. Around the flipper. And it looks like everything else is fairly symmetrical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our main menu, click down. Let's go ahead and reactivate Symmetry X. We'll start from the lips. Follow our outline. And see how that Symmetry tool works. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and deactivate it because I don't want to draw this line and have it appear here because that's not an object line. So let's go ahead and go back to the main menu, click Symmetry X off, and let's go ahead and complete the belly. and we'll color in the eye. Let's go ahead and give his gill a little bit of depth here. And there you have it, a beautiful fish that was done using Symmetryx tool. And in some cases, where we wanted to have asymmetrical details, we deactivated it and sketched freehand. In closing, the Symmetryx tool helps us draw objects with precision and efficiency, while allowing the ability to add freehand sketch details.